Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
10 years ago, we were a friendly desert community where the sun was hot, the moon was beautiful, and the mysterious lights passed overhead while we all pretended to sleep.
Now we are still all of those things, but we also have the new Adidas outlet at the mall.
Good morning, Night Vale.
That's fun. That was fun, Hal.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying things.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're trying things.
That was computer voice. Computer voice.
Computer voice, okay.
Thank you.
Computer
voice.
I am Meg, and this is my computer voice.
I am Hal. This is one computer voice. This is another computer voice.
Hi, I'm Symphony, and I'll be your new Siri. That's my computer voice. And we are, as you know, cast members of this gorgeous show. We've been doing this for well over 10 years, but not this show. We've been doing this for less than 10 years. But we're going to get there, baby. We're going to get there together.
So close. So
close. What if we just quit after 10 years? We'll get in as many episodes as we... It's not going to happen.
Could happen.
Not going to happen.
Well, if we do like 5 Night Vale episodes, an episode of our show, we could do it.
And then just be done.
And then just be a food podcast.
Finally, we'll have our dreams come true.
Yeah. And do what we all really came here to do. Is talk about snacks and food that we like and stuff we've eaten.
The yolks of our oppressors and talk about food.
Not the yolks of our oppressors. Anyway, but yeah, while we would love to talk about food nonstop, we are here to talk about Welcome to Night Vale, an episode, specifically episode 210, 10 years later. Because, baby, we're still here, and it is still Thursday, June 18th at 10:43 this time p.m. in the year of our Spaghetti Monster 2026.
And the episode we're talking to you about tonight is from June 15th, 2022.
Right.
So recorded 4 years ago. But that episode was called 10 Years Later, and it was written upon the 10th anniversary of the popular podcast Welcome to Night Vale, the description of which was, it has been 10 years since the first episode, 10 years since the arrival of Night Vale's most beautiful person, Carlos.
Let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it. I thought it was a fun little way in of the 10-year celebration, because it's a 10-year celebration for Carlos coming to town, so Cecil makes him an adorable little certificate. I think that's a very fun way in.
That's very sweet.
And it's a fun little episode as far as nostalgia goes, with checking in on the Arby's, which is now a Burger King, which is very funny.
A Burger King.
A Burger King.
Or as I like to call it, Burger Koenig. Because every time we're in Germany, I'm like, the Burger Koenig. That's my terrible way of saying king in German. Anyways, but yeah, they got the Burger King replaced the Arby's, which was a shoe store all along. Was that mentioned?
No.
It's new information.
Why do I love that?
I love it too. I love when you could think you know something for 10 years. You're like, oh, it's an Arby's. But what is an Arby's? Apparently it's a shoe store.
Yeah.
That's like, I think it was a live show when Cecil said something like, yes, Slenderman, and Slenderman will be there.
It was me.
Yes, Principal Angela Slenderman. Okay, it was you?
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was I think the book fair or like the swap meet, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Slenderman will be there.
Yeah.
Did not know what Slenderman was before that show, by the way.
You didn't at all?
No.
Oh, well.
That is not a corner of the internet I inhabited at that time or prior to it. So then it became Principal Angela Slenderman. That was me.
I thought that was so funny. That cracks me up ever since. So that tickles the same part of my brain as this Arby's and this Janet Burger King.
Yeah, the crowd loved that joke. I remember that. That landed every single time. Like, they all thought it was hilarious.
Of course.
Very Night Vale also. Like, now that I've since become a little more acquainted with Slenderman.
You don't need to be that acquainted. You just have to know of the idea. Like,
I know what it is. Yeah,
you don't
I
have to be like,
Slenderman.
On the internet, on the dark annals of the internet, be like, hey, anybody seen Slenderman? Or follow his bidding or whatever the hell those people do.
Oh, so you're not interested in my Slenderman fandom wiki site that I put together?
Girl, no.
Fine. All right, fine. It's not interested in you
I know
either.
I'm missing out.
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Slender party going on right now. And none of us are invited. They don't, like, nobody, only Slenderman is there. No one is allowed in.
Yeah, we get a great update on a lot of people, including Dana Cardinal. Kind of just going back over all these people's accomplishments and like where they were then, where they are now. I didn't know Dana Cardinal is now a therapist.
Yeah. Not a licensed one, but
Well, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah,
half the battle's listening, right? And then we hear about Steve Carlsberg.
we do. We hear the revisionist history of his Telia Steve Carlsberg.
That was so funny. He's like, yeah, we've always had a close relationship, but we know the truth.
Some of us do.
But you long for those days.
Oh, being hated?
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved that dynamic. I'm sad. Things must change. But I'd be curious to see, like, if it were to evolve again, what it would look like. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I have pitches, but no answer.
Yeah. Well.
And also, Steve's not around. Like, it's not... People aren't like, what's going on with Steve? Is Steve going to be around this week? Like, you know, he exists in the quilt of the town.
Right.
And when needed, he is there.
As do we all, though, you know, in a way.
Sure. Yeah.
Tamika Flynn exists much in the same way, you know? Like, I mean, people... I think everyone cares a little bit. Like, everyone has their favorite characters, and I know most of you, it's me. I'm your favorite, right?
Yeah, favorite charter, yeah.
I love you. Say it back right now.
Please clap.
Please clap. Please, please. It's the only way I stay alive. Like Tinkerbell.
I'm a Tinkerbell, please.
Yeah, so she used to be a teen militia leader. She's not a teen militia leader anymore, but she still loves books and she still loves hurling them. But just, less, she's got other responsibilities. But
Yeah.
that's what happens. 10 years is a long time. Was this right around the time that you guys wrote your book? Or this was after?
First 10 years, yes, after. First 10 years came out in 2021, and it chronicles the years 2009 to 2019.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, that's so funny. But no, that makes sense that you guys, because you guys were together when he started all this.
We had been together 3 years before he started Night Vale. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They're in the director's notes. The director's notes for this episode are just the original emails that Joseph sent and Jeffrey sent back and forth when they decided to make this show.
Aw.
It's really fun. It's like Joseph made a test episode and sent it to Jeffrey. Joseph and Cecil made a test episode and sent it to Jeffrey. And Joseph was like, what do you think? Do you want to make this with me? And Jeffrey was like, I'll get back to you. and then he was like, this sounds really great. I'm into it. Let's do it. So that's me paraphrasing. If you're a Patreon member, you can go see the Welcome to Night Vale Patreon. You can go see the actual email exchange.
And look at where we are now,
Yeah.
but everything like this happens. And I like that he keeps comparing everything that happens in the town or has happened in the town. Like the house that doesn't exist is now got torn down and is now an apartment that doesn't exist. Help solve the housing crisis. Come on. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Although one thing that didn't change, he's still mad at Telly, the barber, for giving a bad haircut.
Some things never change. Well, he cut Carlos's hair.
You do one bad haircut. But I'm imagining the haircut wasn't that bad. It was just maybe a little, the layers were maybe a little choppy, or do you think he was bald? I don't think he was bald. I think it was just different from. I don't think it was the worst haircut ever, but it could be a bad haircut.
I don't think it was a bad haircut. That's an argument that I'm prepared to have. I think that it was just shorter, and I think
right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It just was not what Cecil was used to, or it was just maybe it wasn't the best haircut, but it wasn't one that was so bad that he had to basically ostracize this poor guy. Have you ever had a haircut that was that bad that you wanted to
Every time I've gotten bangs, I shouldn't have gotten bangs. But that's
okay. That's
on me because I asked for them.
Right.
But you've never had a stylist you had a relationship with who I don't think you should do bangs.
No.
Who's going to tell that face no?
I never ask for anything. I just say, I trust you. I don't have as much hair, less and less with each passing day, but I've always been listen, you know better than I don't know. It's hair. Just make it neat and short, and then they can do whatever they want. And they all do the exact same haircut.
Probably because they're just this guy just wants a trim.
Yeah. They're the standard white guy? Cool. We'll do it. Number 2.
Well.
Have you ever had real short hair? Did you ever do the buzz it?
No, I had long hair, probably down to the below my neck briefly, but it didn't last. And bangs to my chin. I had that in the 90s.
Wow.
That was a fun time. I dreamed of being able to have a ponytail, but I never quite got there. And now if I had one, it would look really bad. I would look like a very old hippie. The one where you're that guy smells. I could tell just looking at him.
Did you have long hair during COVID? During that time? During the no haircut time?
Yeah, it started to grow. And so I ordered a haircut kit. And Jennifer and I went out on our balcony of our apartment at the time. And she cut my hair.
Was it bad?
I remember her doing. No, she did a very good job because I found a video of like here's how to cut hair, and it's pretty basic. Like the idea of it. I wasn't asking for anything crazy, but at one point she was doing it. She was like, "Oh shit." We both were laughing, but she did a great job. She was like wonderful haircut, and I think I tried to cut her hair too. I was very afraid. I didn't want to mess it up. Yeah, so it did grow out for a long time. You can find videos there where you're like, that looks too long. I start to look like Ben Franklin. It's really bad.
I think I remember that. I think I remember a Ben Franklin situation.
Yeah. Old hippie. Mm-hmm. Oh, he only has the one tie-dye shirt, and it's just got stains all over it. Every time I see him, 2 days in a row, same shirt.
Look, man, save the water, save the whales, you know? This episode, though, had me in my feels because not only when Carlos comes in and is like, he finally gets Carlos there. After Janice comes in. That was really nice. She wants to be an intern, but he's like, no.
You can't be an intern. No. You cannot be an intern.
I think that's funny that he, like, before he was like, like, why don't people want to be an intern? It's like, you know why. Yeah. But he wouldn't have it for his own niece, you know? He wouldn't let it happen for his own niece. But when he finally gives Carlos the certificate and, like, you know, Carlos kind of goes in his head and we have the little break for the weather, which we'll get to in a minute. But when we come back and he's, like, so, like, overcome with emotion, you know? And he didn't need that little piece of paper to tell him that he belonged to this town and the town belongs to him because he's built his family there, you know? But it is nice when someone tells you you belong and you're amongst people who love you.
Yes, it's lovely to feel welcome.
Yes.
How long do you think you have to live somewhere before it's your hometown, you know?
Okay, I did find that funny because hometown, I don't know. I think this debate comes up a lot, especially living in Chicago. I've lived in Chicago more than any other place in my entire life, but I don't know if I would call Chicago my hometown because I wasn't born here. I wasn't raised here. I didn't go to high school here, nearby, but not here. But I also wouldn't call Cleveland, Ohio my hometown. You know, it's very strange. Is Gurnee my hometown? I don't know. I went to high school there. I lived there from the ages of like 11 to 18. But is that a significant portion of your life? But I've lived in Chicago for the most amount of time. So I'm a Chicagoan, but I'm not from here. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I belong here. And it is my home. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I've lived here. I've lived in Los Angeles for much longer than I've lived anywhere else.
Right.
But I will always be from Philadelphia. That's a very tied into my identity. Obviously, even jokingly do that, but it truly is. That said, like where I live right now, this is home. It's not my hometown.
Right.
Like I'll always be from Philadelphia. I don't root for any of the sports teams here, which feels like that's a basic part of like getting swept up and the team is good. Like, nope, not interested. Not my teams. So that's just one way in which I'm still very anchored to where I came from, but I'm happy with where I live.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
What about you, Meg?
I mean, where I'm from, Verona, New Jersey, is the place I have lived the longest at this point in my life. So, like, because I moved there when I was 5, and I didn't, I went to college for 4 years, but I came back and lived there until I was, 26. So,
right.
I lived there, 21 years. So, and I've only lived really, because I didn't fully move to LA until 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in the city for a couple years, lived upstate for a couple years. So I'm just, Verona, New Jersey, hometown. And my parents don't live there anymore. I haven't been back there in a really long time, but
right.
It's
complicated, but you still, I mean, you are from there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting thought.
Hope LA will feel like a hometown eventually. I like hope that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Because I live here, so.
I did a couple of quotes that I really enjoyed and were my favorite towards the end of the episode was time is so finite and so infinite. And I was like, yeah, no, truly. Because sometimes you're like, oh, we have all the time in the world, but then you don't because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not. Also, our lifespan is like, in the grand scheme of things, is like, also the grand scheme stuff, the grand scheme of things.
The grand scheme.
Yes. But in the grand scheme of things, our time is like so short in these bodies on this planet with this consciousness. You know, it's like a roll of the dice of like, oh, this is where we are right now. So you have to just like make the most of it, I guess. And then the other one, here's to forever, however long forever is. Right? And I guess forever is like, as long as you remember it. Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll remember all of you forever.
I remember. Forever and ever. Amen.
And just like they say in the show, I hope you all keep listening to us, to Night Vale, to all of it, because it's very special to have had this relationship. And I know it's so parasocial to be like, the people listening are so important, but they are. Like, we wouldn't have a show if people didn't listen, you know? And it's fun, it's exciting, it's wonderful that we all share this one experience together. And we have a different experience because we're in the show, but like knowing that people listen, care about the show, it affects them, it touches them, is a big part of why we do this show, but also like why we do any show, I guess, you know, that people will listen and be impacted, you know? So that's enough of my mushy business.
Well said. Well said.
Well said.
Fun thing about this episode is that we have a post-credits. Janet Varney.
I know.
Dr. Lubell pop in. I don't think we've done a post-credits anything ever, and this is the first time we do it. It's sort of like because this is the end of the 10th season, and so we like it like a teaser for what's to come in the 11th season.
Varney.
I know. Love her. She's so great. Like, literally so great.
Everyone's favorite. Everybody loves Janet. Everybody loves Janet.
So do you.
I know. I was texting with her today.
Oh. We should get her on when we start talking about that business.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, has she been on before? She might have. I don't know. But I can ask for sure.
On this? I don't know if she has. I don't remember. Maybe she did a time I didn't do it. Or I don't remember. We've proven I don't have a good retention of anything.
It's just a lot, you know?
It's okay, Grandpa. Go to sleep.
Your hard drive's full.
Nah, I'm tired. My hard drive is full. Meg said, so I get to sleep.
Sleep.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, conversation about this episode's weather. 10 years later, by Joseph Fink. The man who started it all, the first weather.
Yeah. He's done 3 so far, right? He did 1 year,
yeah.
The first one, and then he did the 1 year later, right?
He usually does for a number of times.
He'll do a few.
Done the anniversary episode, yeah.
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 I wrote a big Joseph because it's always exciting to hear him. And the first question, I was like, will he do more songs? ? Do you know the answer to that, Meg?
He did the one for this year's June 15th.
Oh.
So.
Well, I haven't listened to that one yet, so I wouldn't know. Oh, I giggled at the line, didn't even know what Tumblr was. I didn't know what Tumblr was.
It's a fun love letter.
Yeah, it's a really fun love letter. And then I kept going, thanks, extraordinary, thanks. 10 more years. Yeah. Oh, and that we went everywhere they'd let us go. And we have gone a lot of different places that they let us go. And hopefully we'll get to go to more places and see all your beautiful, shining faces. Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
For now, we have your shining words via our Fanzone Calzone. Leading us off, David writes, Dear Meg, Symphony, and Hal, may I request Hal to read this because I'm a Thrilling Adventure Hour fan? Well, your wish is granted. Thank you for listening to that show as well. The day this episode dropped, I started listening to it as I drove to my friend's funeral. I finished it as I drove home from the funeral. This episode hits differently if it was just a normal day, but this was a day for reflection. The speech that Carlos gave about time and how it is infinite and finite at the same time. How we should live in our finite time. The reflection on his life. All just hit in that spot where a death of a friend left open. A week and a day from this writing, June 15th, 2022, I will be in Pittsburgh seeing Night Vale live for the very first time and to visit my brother, but really to see you. I hope I could get to thank everyone who makes this show possible in person, if not here in this letter. Thank you. Thank you for filling an emptiness that working 3 dead-end jobs creates. Thank you for being there more times than actual people I know. David. Thank you for the sweet words. And sorry I wasn't there in Pittsburgh, but I'm a big fan of the city. I was there in 2019. I went to Permanente Brothers and got a sandwich. It was great.
Next up, Taya writes, Hi, Meg, Symphony, and hopefully Hal. My name is Taya, and I'm writing this because I had a dream about Meg last night. Unfortunately, I can't recall exactly what happened in the dream, but I thought you might find it fun that Meg was at least 6 feet tall, maybe something like 6'4", impressively tall woman. I will say that if I'm in the right pair of shoes, I can get up there. Since I'm here, I thought I should also let you know that Hal, whose name in my head was Howell Loveland for years, shares a birthday with my dad. Happy very belated birthday, Hal. Meg, on the other hand, shares a birthday with a close friend of mine, so happy very early birthday, Meg. And Symphony is way too special to share a birthday with anyone I know, but I hope she has a fun birthday far in the future of this year as well.
Always.
I'm still 5 years behind on your podcast, but I saw the episode 10 years later is coming up soon. 10 years is a long time, and now it's almost 4 years later as well. but it got me wondering, what do you imagine the last Night Vale episode is going to be like?
Wow.
Obviously, none of us want that dreadful day to come, but I find it interesting to think about. For example, I think it would be a real pity if Night Vale somehow turns into a normal town. I think it should stay weird forever. I think a nice ending would be one that mirrors the beginning of Carlos coming to town, either that or something with the dog park. Cecil has to stay in Night Vale, though. But I thought it might be interesting if Tamika decides to leave, for example, and the last episode is a farewell to her and the podcast. Another idea that came to mind is a great last episode would be the most average Night Vale episode ever. Just your usual traffic, community calendar, some weird thing happening that gets resolved by the time the weather is done. Just Cecil and his microphone, like it always has been and always will be. I think that it would be a nice feeling that everything in Night Vale will be just as horrifying as always, but that means it'll be okay. Curious to hear what you think, and excited to see you in Amsterdam this May.
So this is a very recent one, right? This email is very recent.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, Amsterdam this May. I was like, I was just in Amsterdam this May. Wow.
Why did it start with hopefully, Hal? Did something happen?
You were 2 episodes ago. You weren't there, so.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because
of the fires. Yeah.
Oh, did you mention it in the recording of the episode? Why I wasn't there? Oh, okay. So she had to wait 2 weeks to find out if I was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay.
Hal's not okay.
I was gonna say, tell her.
The last episode of Night Vale, very interesting. I think. I mean, obviously, we're gonna do everything in our power to make the show as long as possible because it is the thing that keeps a roof over my head, and I would like to continue to have a home. So we'll be there if you'll be there. Please still be there. But yeah, interesting. I like your idea of the last episode just being like a regular episode, and I kind of like. I don't know. It feels weird for there to ever be an ending on this. I kind of like to think of it as like Doctor Who, where like even if it's over, someone can always just pick it back up again and run with it. So
yeah.
Yep.
We'll never leave you, especially if we're in your heart. Okay, Taya? You'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Up next, we have Alice. Alice writes, "Hi, Hal, Meg, and Symphony. I have some questions about episode 210, 10 years later. First to Meg. In the episode, we heard a retrospective of Steve Carlsberg and Tamika Flynn, but not Deb, the sentient patch of haze. What do you think Deb was doing 10 years ago? 2 years before we met her?"
Being a bitch. She was being a patch of haze somewhere, being snarky about it, doing her ads. I don't really see a ton of evolution in the character of Deb. We hear more about her, and that is really how she evolves on the show, is you just get like more windows into her life. But as far as who she is as a person, that is crystallized. So what was she doing? She was reading ads and being a bitch. Like
always and forever, Deb the sentient patch of haze. Being a bitch. I love that. Then to all, is this the first time we have had a post-proverb section? Yes. If it was, surprising to hear, and definitely set the tone for the coming year's arc with Dr. LaBelle. Truly one of the best written villains. All the best, Alice, space enthusiast from Scotland. Hell yeah. And it was lovely meeting you after the Edinburgh live show, Symphony. Alice! Yay! Hi, love Scotland and love you. And I love all of you guys out there, and I hope to meet you all one day. Just be nice to me, and like Alice, tell me how pretty and sparkly and nice I am, and we'll get along just fine. Until the next episode, which is Howl. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us about your hometown. This show is powered by our patrons like Belinda Matthey, Caitlin Upp, Chris Broge, Calibri, and Christopher Nix. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, Bree Williams, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week, a printed certificate commemorating calzones.
I'm not giving up.
I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop!
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays. And just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes. They put you on hold. Your doctor doesn't take your plan. Game over. We see you. So we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc. Search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly. No cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.